I'm Tony the Tune Maker, and this show is all about making music and videos. So if you're a musician or just someone who loves music, then stay right there. Alright, here's the deal. I'm all about keeping it simple and cheap. If I can do this, you can do it. Most musicians don't have access to a major recording studio. If you do, then go for it. If you don't, then check this out. Well, there are many different ways to record your music, and you might even own some of the equipment now. For instance, if you own a Mac, then you automatically own GarageBand. Now, GarageBand, you can mix and record your music. Now, another great way to record your music is on a digital Portastudio. You can lay down your tracks on these and later export the tracks into your computer and then mix them with GarageBand. Now, what's great about these is they're battery operated, they record at CD quality, they have their own mics, and you can take them anywhere. For example, I have access to a band room with well over 100 instruments in it. So, should I drag all those instruments back to my studio, or should I just simply walk into the band room with something like this? For today's session, we're going to play a little blues. Right? And the blues are simple to begin with. I mean, basically they're just 3 chords. Right, so you can play the blues like, you can play it like this, you can play it like this, but why not spice it up a little bit and do this?
100 miles away under the blue sky, it's all the same. A million miles away.
Your biggest investment should be your microphones. I know I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. You need 2. Plan on spending about $1,000 each. I know it sounds like a lot, but these microphones closely resemble the quality of $10,000 and $20,000 microphones. Very important. If Not For Love has bass, drums, guitars, vocals, piano, and a small horn section. Now I know I played all the instruments in this, but as you watch this video, you can always replace me with your own musicians. I'm going to start with recording the vocals and the guitar to a click track. Now, you can use an external metronome, but most recording devices already have them built in. So I'm going to use the one that's built in. But you have to be careful not to turn it up too loud in your headphones, otherwise you'll get bleed through into the microphones. And that's no good.
Talking from experience, and there's not much in there to say, not much in there. Storm is spreading, every bird is taking a flight, taking a flight.
Now, with the vocal and guitar arrangement recorded, we can start overdubbing other instruments like the drums. Laying the drum tracks down early in the recording process helps to ensure for a steady foundation. It's kind of like building a house. You start from the ground up. Miking the drums can be very time-consuming and complicated, using up to 4 to 6 or more microphones. So I'm going to keep it simple by using one mic on the kick, one for the toms, and one as an overhead. The bass is part of that foundation, and it should be one of the first tracks you record. As a matter of fact, right after the drums. For If Not For Love, let's use a stand-up bass. Never record a stand-up bass or any instrument through its pickup. You'll never capture its true acoustic timbre. Now with the drums and bass completed, we can start laying down our rhythmic tracks like the piano. To achieve a stereo effect with the piano, open the lid and put one mic about a foot away from the bass strings, and then put another mic about a foot away from the treble strings. Soloing an instrument in a song really just means it's time to show off. I'm all about natural effects, so for this solo, let's put one mic on the amp, and we'll put another mic just pointing down the hallway, thus achieving natural reverb and echo. 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 Now the brass section could be mic'd with 1 or 2 mics, depending on how many players you got. So, for a small section, 1 mic is fine, but let's double it to achieve a fuller, bigger sound. Well, I would say that we have completed our recording process, and now it's time to mix it. Now the best way to mix your music is in your computer. I mentioned GarageBand. You can also use Digital Performer. And you can also use Pro Tools. Making videos is about editing the scenes that you want to reveal. But I think it's about editing the scenes that you want to hide, like this one. There's a few great programs out there to help you edit your video. Now if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you own a Mac, just use iMovie. It comes with your computer. Otherwise, you can get After Effects, you can get Premiere Pro, or you can get Final Cut. Before we shoot any scenes in our video camera, it's important to set our camera to either standard mode or widescreen mode. Then, in our computer, we need to match it. If our settings aren't matched with the camera and the computer, we're going to have to finagle our clips to view them correctly, which will cause some distortion. When editing your video, try to avoid too many fancy transitions. Watch some shows on TV and notice that most of the transitions are just dissolves, dissolves, and cuts. Cuts. Also, stay away from zooming in and zooming out too much with your camera. It makes scenes kind of shaky and pixelated. It's better to take your camera and lean in and lean out. Well, we've completed our video, we've completed our audio, so let's sit back, watch, and listen. I'm Tony the Tune Maker. See you next time. Biggest investment are going to be your microphones. I know I've said this before, but plan on spending about $1,000 each. This is a Neumann. This is a Neumann. This is the AKG.
Miles away under the blue, blue sky, it's all the same. A million miles away under the blue, blue sky, it's all the same, all the same. If not for love, ain't no sunshine for your blue. Talking from experience, and there's not much left to say, not much left. Storm is spreading, and every bird is taking flight, taking flight. If not for love, ain't no sunshine for your blue.